Well, you probably can't tell, but I have waxed my truck. And boy, I like this color. I don't even know what to call it. It's sort of like a what do they call it? Oh crap. I forget what the technical name of it is. But in the sun, it's a sparkly, brownish color. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm not doing a review yet, but I'm averaging. Now this is a 285 horsepower, 8-speed or 9-speed, I forget. But I'm averaging 24.5 miles per gallon, and I'm not babying it. And so far I've got, 1,300 miles on it, I believe. And if that box there doesn't end up going back to Harbor Freight, it's going in the back of this truck and down to Florida, so I really get a good idea of fuel mileage. Let me show you the inside. I don't think I ever have. It's pretty comfortable. I'm happy with it. The only thing I can say that I don't like about it is the push button shifter. And also it's got this really annoying interrupt when you come up to a red light. Let me have a seat. It shuts the engine off. Now there is a button you can push to stop that nonsense from happening, and but you got to remember to push it every time, because if you don't, you're at a red light and you come up to a stop and the engine shuts down, and the thing is so quiet you don't even know it's shut down. So then when the red light turns green, you step on the gas and it doesn't go right away. It has to start itself up and then put itself in gear, and it's really annoying, and it probably saves at the end of the day, a teaspoon of gas. It's just a lot of wear and tear on the starter and the engine and the transmission, and it just doesn't make sense. So I shut it off, and sometimes I don't remember. It's really annoying. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you. That's what I've done this morning. I come out here. I was just going to wax a little on the hood. I had some wax I wanted to try out. Here, I'll show you. It's a Gold Class Carnauba Plus Premium Liquid Wax. So I was just going to come out and see if I could notice a difference if I put it on the hood. And I run my hand across the hood, and it is... Now, I had it washed just a few days ago, and it definitely did not have any waxy coating on it, a protective coating on it. So I went ahead and waxed the whole thing. It took me about 3 hours, so... All right, that's all. I'm going to make knives. All right, this is Walter's knife. Misty Valley, I got the check. In case you didn't see my message, I got the check. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is Walter's knife, and I've got it sanded up to 320. And tomorrow I will get it up to 800 and heat treat it. And temper it, and I may, if I start early, I may get the handles epoxied on tomorrow afternoon. That's what I'm going to shoot for. So, I will see you tomorrow. I'm just going to, I don't have any, anything else to, I'll tell you the truth. I've been so busy tying up loose ends around here that I've done 3,000 little tiny things that needed to be done. Here's an example. I've been meaning to put a container in my truck of 380 bullets and a little cleaning kit and a pocket knife, and I got this little metal can that has a rubber seal around the top, and I put that together this morning, and then I installed the license plate holder on the front of my truck. I waxed my truck. What else did I do? Yeah, just a bunch of little things I've done around here. I don't know how, without sounding like a conspiracy theorist, a tinfoil hat, there is so much stuff going on all over the world, even in our own country. You know, we have massive homelessness fixing to happen because they have done away with a moratorium, the hold on people getting evicted. I don't know. Where do you want to look? Tell you what, let's look out the back door. There we go. So, you know, people who own homes that they rent out or apartments, they're going to start evicting people. And, man, I just feel so terrible for some of these people who've worked their whole life and suddenly the job disappeared. And, you know, they're on the street. So what we have is massive amounts of unemployment, massive amounts of homelessness fixing to occur. Right now, the mortgage defaults are at an all-time high and climbing. So that's an indication that there's people that are going to be either looking for a place to rent or they're going to be out in the street. I mean, if they can't pay their mortgage, they can't pay their rent. We have jobs that are gone, not coming back. And I don't know if they will be replaced with other jobs, maybe in the future. And then on top of that, we have fires and bombings and explosions and Russia moving military equipment, China muscling in the China Sea there, trying to keep us out and eventually take over Taiwan. We have Venezuela that we are trying to, I think what we're trying to do is install an America-friendly regime so we can have their oil. That's just my guess. Hold on one second. I'm going to cough. Then we have BLM, Antifa, the NFAC, which is kind of a joke. If you've seen these guys, yeah, he claims to have military training, the head dude there, and he's calling a simple little AR-15, he's calling it a bullpup, and he explained the accidental shooting away, and he's completely wrong about how AR-15s work. He said if the bullet slams forward, the trigger automatically goes off, and of course it doesn't. You have to pull the trigger. The trigger is not in the bolt. The bolt has nothing to do with the sear engagement or the trigger. Anyway, it's real funny. I'm not concerned about them, but they're just one little tiny faction of the crazy crap that's going on in our country, which is turning in this giant rolling snowball of stuff. You combine the BLM and the riots and Antifa and the protests and the burning and the statues they don't like. Get this. You know who Frederick Douglass is. We all know who Frederick Douglass is because we're average. We're people of average intelligence. These people pulled down, these BLM people pulled down a statue of Frederick Douglass, an abolitionist, a black man, a former slave who had won his freedom, learned to read, and became a very smart man and active in politics. Frederick Douglass helped free. He's as important to black history, American history, but black history more so, as is Harriet Tubman. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't torn down a Rosa Parks statue or a Harriet Tubman statue. That's how stupid these people are. And so we're dealing with dangerous, stupid people, which is a very bad combination. And they are not going to be happy with November's results. I think we all know what's going to happen in November. And the riots are going to get worse. The civil unrest is going to get worse. And on top of that, we've gone into major debts. You know, we're trillions. What is it? 24, 26 trillion dollars in debt. We are artificially propping up our dollar. Our dollar should be worth pennies, but because we force the rest of the world to use our dollar, and basically when we print more money, all the money we make the other countries use is worthless. So we're passing our bad debt onto all the countries that are forced to use our dollar, and countries are getting fed up, and they're going to make a change. So we have the possibility of major inflation, a dollar crash, civil unrest, war with Iran, war with Russia. Russia's in Syria now. Okay, I only have one hand, so let's go. That was 5. China is positioning itself to take Taiwan, and we have a protection agreement with them. We are selling Taiwan $65 billion, I believe, dollars worth of military equipment, including jets. China's not happy. We have the Democrats, which are, I mean, I don't even know what to say about how crazy this has gotten. Joe Biden, if anybody can pull the lever for Joe Biden, you have to be the dumbest human on the face of this planet. And I can't. And then you got Kamala Harris. Who doesn't know her history? A little bit of investigation into her background. And what you have is just this poisonous, nasty concoction of two of the most evil, corrupt, disturbing, evil people ever running for president and vice president. Yep. So anyway, I just cannot make myself sit in here and make knives. I just feel like I got to be doing something. And I was just on the phone. I believe I'm going to be digging a well down this hollow here. And I have a tree, right? Let me zoom you in. Okay, I have a tree right there, and a tree right here that I'm going to run a chain across those two trees and pull it tight with a come along. And in the middle, I'm going to have a pulley, so I can pull my. See, when I drilled my well last time, I was 50, and I was a lot stronger at 50, and I barely could pull 24 feet of pipe up out of the ground with a bucket full of dirt. I don't think I could do that now, but I could if I had a rope to help me pull the thing up out of the ground. So anyway, in my mind, I'm putting this together, and I'm probably going to do this. Hold on, let me get you out of there. We go. Very soon. Also, in my truck, I have a project I want to do. I want to build a lockable box underneath the back seat of my new truck. Put black carpet in, make it blend in, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to keep in there. But you can imagine. I do not want to get caught in a riot or where they block traffic and that kind of stuff. Shreveport, where we have to go to our doctors, has gotten more and more dangerous. They shot people on the interstate the other day. A man, a wife, and their daughter shot them in their car going down the interstate near Jewella Avenue. Just look up Jewella Avenue, and it's BLM Central over there. Yeah, Shreveport is a deadly, deadly city, and I don't want to say any more about it. It's just crazy. The times have gotten crazy, and if you're not aware of it, and if you're not prepared, if you're not packing heat and ready for, ready to save your own life, you should probably stay home, because things are only going to get worse. But on that note, have a nice day, everybody. Be out here tomorrow, sanding away, and I'll get this thing heat treated, tempered, and handled. Later.